MGM UA Home Video proudly welcomes you to the extraordinary entertainment available to you on Laserdisc. For the next 50 minutes, we'll be giving you a taste of the exceptional versatility of the new laser technology. Now, for the first time, hundreds of motion pictures can be seen at home with dramatically improved picture and sound quality. So fasten your seatbelts and enjoy some Laserdisc highlights from MGM UA. MGM UA's laser releases offer a multitude of extras that take full advantage of the capabilities your Laserdisc player offers. Most MGM UA Laserdiscs are encoded with chapter markers that enable you to quickly access various sequences of the program at the push of a button. For example, Gone with the Wind is encoded with over 100 chapter markers, allowing you to easily skip from the barbecue at 12 Oaks to the burning of Atlanta. Some of our releases are in the standard play, or CAV format, enabling the viewer to utilize the still frame, multi-speed, and scan functions with breathtaking quality. Since the early 50s, many films have been shot in various widescreen processes, such as CinemaScope and Panavision. Until now, viewing these films on television removed almost half the original image from the home screen. However, MGM's deluxe letterbox editions now present widescreen films in their original form. Compare the chariot race sequence from Ben-Hur as it looked with its sides cut off, and now as it looks in letterbox. The unique multi-channel functions of the Wizard of Oz Laserdisc allow you to choose Channel 1 with the standard soundtrack, or Channel 2 with the music and sound effects track. For example, play the following scene on Channel 1, then again on Channel 2. Additionally, the digital technology of Laserdisc offers CD-quality stereophonic sound. Film buffs will enjoy the special extras included on many MGM UA discs, including short subjects relevant to the feature. This early Judy Garland short is found on the Babes on Broadway disc. Preview trailers, as seen in theaters, are also found on several titles. Featurettes with a special relation to the picture are also included on certain releases. As a special bonus, rare outtakes of the film can be seen as well. And now, take a look at just a sample of the many outstanding Laserdiscs available from MGM UA Home Video. 1988's Best Picture and winner of 4 Academy Awards. Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise star in Rain Man.
Dad lets me drive slow on the driveway every Saturday. Of course, the seats were originally brown leather. Now they're pitiful red.
You know this car?
I know this car.
Bruner. Who is this guy?
We dismissed him.
Raymond is your brother.
My brother? I don't have a brother.
Well, Raymond has a problem communicating and learning. He can't even express himself.
How much is 4,343 times 1,234?
5359262.
He's a genius.
That's right.
You watching that?
Yeah.
You seeing that, Ray? You catching that?
Yeah.
What do I have left?
2 jacks, 1 8, 1 king, 1 6.
Cher. Her Oscar-winning performance in Moonstruck is already a modern classic, co-starring Nicolas Cage and Olympia Dukakis.
Will you marry me?
Yes, John Anthony Camilleri, I will marry you. I will be your wife.
My mother is dying.
You know, I want a whole wedding or we'll have bad luck. And for a whole wedding to be planned, you got to set a date.
All right, a month.
I'll take care of it, Johnny. I'll take care of the whole thing. All you got to do is show up.
Do you love him, Loretta?
No.
Good. When you love them, they drive you crazy.
Why are you marrying Johnny? He's a fool.
Because I have no luck. Where are you taking me?
To the bed.
Oh, God. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Take me to the bed. I don't care about anything.
I don't believe this is happening.
From the director of An American Tail and The Land Before Time comes new animated enchantment, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Charlie's in trouble, and a little girl may die.
You get to go to heaven. You don't want to go to heaven, Charlie?
You can make it! Where am I?
This is the Great Hall of Judgment.
Judgment?
Oh, not to worry, Charlie. You'll go to heaven. All dogs go to heaven because, unlike people, dogs are naturally good and loyal and kind.
Huh, yeah, that's true.
Two-time Oscar winners Robert De Niro and Jane Fonda co-star in the touching love story Stanley and Iris.
You live at home with your father, you do your own cooking, and you're not married. Is that the whole story?
I think that's about as much as I'm going to talk about.
You ask yourself, have I got a name if I can't write it? Am I a human being if I can't read it?
Why don't you do something about it?
Teach me to read.
Jamie Lee Curtis is the tough rookie cop hunting down a psychopathic killer in the action-packed Blue Steel.
So, Turner, how come? For the action?
How come what?
The cop.
Ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I wanted to shoot people.
Give me the bag.
Police! Don't move! Put the gun down!
RoboCop's Peter Weller co-stars with Amanda Pays in the underwater thriller Leviathan.
What's going on?
Best guess, and that's all it is, just a guess, is that before Six-Pack died, he was undergoing some form of genetic alteration.
Hey, I feel something. My God, they're alive!
Patrick Swayze's busting heads and breaking hearts as the no-nonsense bouncer in Roadhouse.
Escort this gentleman to the door.
What's going on down in Jasper?
Now, you know, new town, same story.
You think you're gonna save these people from Brad Wesley? Well, who's gonna save them from you?
When it comes to comedy, MGM UA offers a wide selection of gems on Laserdisc that are guaranteed to leave you laughing.
Say, there's a slight misunderstanding here. I said the girls had to work fast, not your friend.
He's still asleep.
You know, he does better asleep than I do awake.
Winner of 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Woody Allen stars with Diane Keaton in the unforgettable Annie Hall.
Let's face it, you know, I don't think our relationship is working.
I know. A relationship, I think, is like a shark. You know, it has to constantly move forward or it dies. And I think what we got on our hands is a dead shark.
I miss Annie. I made a terrible mistake.
She's living in Los Angeles with Tony Lacey.
Oh, yeah? Well, if she is, then the hell with her. If she likes that lifestyle, let her live there.
How much is this stuff inside?
That's about $2,000 an ounce.
God.
Really? And what is the kick of it, which I never...
Photographed in glistening black and white against a background of Gershwin melodies, this is Woody Allen's Manhattan.
Well, I'm old-fashioned. I don't believe in extramarital relationships. I think people should mate for life, like pigeons or Catholics.
You think you're God?
I gotta model myself after someone.
Well, you just can't live the way you do, you know? It's all so perfect.
You know, it's very important to have some kind of personal integrity. You know, I'll be hanging in a classroom one day, and I want to make sure when I thin out that I'm well thought of.
Winner of 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Shirley MacLaine and Jack Lemmon star in Billy Wilder's The Apartment.
My name is C.C. Baxter. C for Calvin, C for Clifford. However, most people call me Bud. I've been with Consolidated for 3 years and 10 months, and my take-home pay is $94.70 a week.
Whose apartment is this, anyway?
What's the difference? Some schnook that works in the office.
Tell me, Baxter, just what is it that makes you so popular?
I don't know.
Think. There's going to be a shift in personnel around here next month. As far as I'm concerned, you are executive material.
Oh, I have something I think belongs to you.
Me?
I mean, the young lady, whoever she may be. It was on my couch when I got back last night.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
The mirror is broken. It was broken when I found it. You don't think it's tilted a little too much? I mean, after all, this is a conservative firm. I don't want people to think I'm an entertainer.
Marilyn Monroe, Jack Lemmon, and Tony Curtis star in another Billy Wilder classic, Some Like It Hot.
What are you afraid of? Nobody's asking you to have a baby. This is just to get us out of town. Once we get to Florida, we'll blow this whole setup.
I wanna be loved by you, just you, nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you, ba-deedly deedly deedly dum, boop boopy doop.
Mickey Rourke, Kevin Bacon, Steve Guttenberg, and Ellen Barkin lead an ensemble cast in Diner.
When you want to make out, who do you make out to? Sinatra or Mathis?
That's a stupid question.
One question, answer that.
It's irrelevant. I won't answer it. Mathis.
What about you, Shrewsbury? I'm married. We don't make out.
You're a virgin, aren't you?
Technically.
You got a lot to learn.
Richard Dreyfuss won Oscar honors opposite Marsha Mason in Neil Simon's The Goodbye Girl.
Make it fast. My husband is sleeping.
Hi, I think there's been some kind of mistake. I sublet this apartment from this friend of mine, Tony DeForest.
5 minutes.
Now, I happen to have a lawyer acquaintance downtown. Now, all I gotta do is call this lawyer acquaintance of mine.
Oh.
Whoa, what?
An actor. Another goddamn actor.
I think he's kind of cute. He reminds me of a dog that nobody wants.
You are never to think he's cute. Never.
Have you read the Times?
Oh, can I get you a cup of coffee? What are you doing?
The Times said Elliot Garfield researched Richard III and discovered him to be England's first badly dressed interior decorator.
When it comes to action, adventure, and science fiction, MGM lasers can't be beat, and nobody does it better than James Bond. The enormous success of the James Bond films over the years is a tribute to the formula of beautiful women, wonderful gadgets and special effects, diabolical bad guys, and that cool, suave super agent himself, 007, James Bond. Sean Connery takes on the man with the Midas touch, Goldfinger.
He needs kings and queens.
Who are you?
Bond. James Bond. Who are you?
My name is Pussy Galore.
Isn't it customary to grant a condemned man his last request?
You've asked for this.
I think you've made your point, Goldfinger. Thank you for the demonstration.
Choose your next witticism carefully, Mr. Bond. It may be your last.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
Bond is pitted against the evil forces of Spectre in the high-powered thriller Thunderball.
My dear girl, don't flatter yourself. What I did this evening was for king and country. You don't think it gave me any pleasure, do you? You mind if my friend sits this one out? She's just dead.
Again, it's 007 versus Spectre, attempting to avert World War III in You Only Live Twice.
Darling, I give you very best duck.
Well, that'd be lovely.
We have had some interesting times together, Ling. I'll be sorry to go.
Bond broke box office records pursuing jewel thieves in Diamonds Are Forever.
Hey, listen, you can't do this to me. Stop that. I've got friends in this town.
Exceptionally fine shot.
I didn't know there was a pool down there.
Roger Moore as Bond takes on the stratosphere in Moonraker.
50 globes, each releasing its nerve gas over a designated area, each capable of killing 100 million people. The human race, as you know it, will cease to exist.
007 battles the Greek underworld in For Your Eyes Only.
You know what I'd like?
Can't imagine.
A moonlight swim.
Hold tight.
Bond encounters the Queen of the Octopus cult in Octopussy.
I wondered when you might arrive.
So you are the mysterious Octopussy.
And you are James Bond, 007 licensed to kill. Am I to be your target for tonight?
Roger Moore opposes Christopher Walken in his last Bond film, A View to a Kill.
Silicon Valley. And everything in it submerged forever.
If it happened at the peak of the spring tide for maximum effect, he'll kill millions.
One of the most controversial and disastrous battles of World War II is stunningly brought to the screen with an outstanding cast in A Bridge Too Far.
Actually, the plan's really very simple. We're going to fly 35,000 men 300 miles and drop them behind enemy lines. Quite frankly, this kind of thing's never been attempted before.
Lee Marvin leads an all-star cast in one of the biggest box office successes of all time, The Dirty Dozen.
You will select 12 general prisoners convicted and sentenced to death or to long terms of imprisonment for murder, rape, robbery, and/or other crimes of violence and so forth. Train and qualify these prisoners in as much of the business of behind-the-lines operations as they can absorb in a brief but unspecified time.
Clint Eastwood stars in the comic World War II adventure, Kelly's Heroes.
This bank isn't to fall into the hands of the American army.
There's $16 million worth of gold in that bank, sweetheart.
All you have to do to have an equal share of this money is crank this turret around and blow a hole in that door.
John Wayne produced, directed, and starred in this chronicle of one of the most famous battles in American history, the Alamo.
That you came to Texas to fight with us.
Don't tell my Tennesseans that. They think we came south to hunt and get drunk.
The greatest Western epic of all time, a huge star-studded cast brings the settling of the West excitingly to life in How the West Was Won.
You know there's gold going out here every month or so. There hasn't been a train robbery since Jesse James was killed.
Film that made Clint Eastwood a star. Sergio Leone's A Fistful of Dollars.
Get 3 coffins ready.
Huh?
I don't think it's nice, you laughing. My mistake. 4 coffins.
Clint stars again in this Civil War tale of bounty hunters and buried treasure. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
We condemn him to be hung by the neck until dead. May the Lord have mercy on his soul. Proceed.
I'm going to tell you something. When that rope starts to pull tight, you can feel the devil bite your ass.
Yeah, you're right. It's getting tougher.
The story of 2001: A Space Odyssey continues as Roy Scheider stars in 2010, the year we make contact.
This is finally it. After 9 years and hundreds of millions of miles, we are about to come face to face with the monolith.
Don't quit, damn it.
Producer Steven Spielberg weaves a chilling tale of supernatural horror in the original Poltergeist.
The determination as to whether your home is haunted is not very easy. What I meant to say was that
I don't know what hovers over this house, but it was strong enough to punch a hole into this world, take your dog away from you.
Welcome to the world of classic animation, where everything is hilarious and nothing makes sense. Everybody's favorite Oscar-winning rabbit appears in 14 of his very best adventures in Bugs Bunny Classics.
I'm giving you 2 seconds to give me the dough, see?
Okay, okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now give it to me. All right now, you wise guy. Dance.
Take it, Sam.
Now, you lop-eared polecat, try and get out of this one. Is this the end of Bugs Bunny? Will our hero be dashed to bits on the jagged rocks below?
Is he to be doomed to utter destruction? Will he be rendered non-compos mentis? He don't know me very well, do he?
The outstanding Looney Tunes take an irreverent look at World War II in Bugs and Daffy, the wartime cartoons.
Come, Liebchen. Tell Hadamare some secrets.
Nope. I ain't gonna tell you no secrets.
The next shipment of 10,000 bombers leaves New York on the 2nd. Berlin will be rated at 8 o'clock. High Command will invade on the 23rd. Convoy of 100 ships...
13 starts babbling, and before he's through, he's told all he knows to you know who.
Look, mein Führer! An important military secret!
Hitler is a stinker? That's no military secret. Yeah, everybody knows that. Ooh, they lose more darn nutsies that way.
Crazy cats, wacky wolves, and sexy Cinderellas. This is the madcap world of animator Tex Avery's Screwball Classics.
Oh, Whoopi, please tell me, do what makes me love you so. You're not rugged, it's true, but when I look at you,
When you see Leo the Lion at the beginning of a musical, you know you're in for the very best. Here's a small sample of our over 60 musical titles available. Widely regarded as one of the best musicals of all time, Gene Kelly, Debbie Reynolds, and Donald O'Connor. Singing in the Rain.
What a glorious feeling, we're happy again.
Well, we movie stars get the glory. I guess we have to take the little heartaches that go with it.
Mr. Brown, do you really think you could get me in the movies?
Oh, I should think so.
Now, wait a second, Mr. Simpson. Talking pictures. I think you should wait.
Every studio is jumping on the bandwagon, Dexter. All the theaters are putting in sound equipment. We don't want to be left out of it.
Why don't you?
What?
Make a musical.
A musical?
Sure. Make a musical. The new Don Lockwood. He yodels. He jumps about to music.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
Gene Kelly partners newcomer Leslie Caron to a Gershwin score in the Oscar-winning An American in Paris.
You're certainly not without your nerve.
Now, don't get angry. This was perfectly harmless. I haven't been able to take my eyes off you since I walked into this smoke factory.
I only let you do this because I didn't want to make a disturbance.
Winner of 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Lerner and Lowe's enchanting Gigi.
Love, my dear Gigi, is a thing of beauty, like a work of art. And like a work of art, it is created by artists. The greater the artist, the greater the art.
Thank heaven for little girls. Thank heaven for them all, no matter where, no matter who. Without them, what would little boys do? Thank heaven for little girls.
The great-granddaddy of all backstage musicals, Ruby Keeler and Dick Powell star in Busby Berkeley's 42nd Street.
200 people, 200 jobs, $200,000, 5 weeks of grind and blood and sweat depend upon you. Miss Sawyer, you're going out a youngster, but you've got to come back a star.
Come and meet those dancing feet. On the avenue, I'm taking you to 42nd Street.
The legendary Judy Garland falls in love with the boy next door in Vincent Minnelli's Meet Me in St. Louis.
Meet me in St. Louis, Louis, meet me at the fair.
That's so. The fair won't open for 7 months. That's all everybody sings about or talks about.
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. From the moment I saw him, I fell.
Judy co-stars with Fred Astaire and Ann Miller in Irving Berlin's Easter Parade.
You're the most wonderful dancer I've ever seen. You could get anybody to dance with you. You could get the very best.
I don't want the very best. I want you.
You're going to be late, you know.
Late?
For the Easter parade. We had a date. Remember?
On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you find that you're in the rotogravure.
Judy Garland gives a dramatic and musical tour de force in her final film, I Could Go On Singing.
You promised. No waiting. There's George
George
and I.
and 200,000. I know.
Sure.
I know. Just let them wait. To hell with them.
I must vocalize till you shout. Enough already.
I can do whatever I damn well please with myself, and nobody can ask any
Now,
questions.
you know that is not true, don't you?
Well, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Fred Astaire and Sid Charisse musicalized Ninotchka to Cole Porter in Silk Stockings.
In Russia, when someone wants someone, he says, you, come here.
Oh, you mad romantic Russians. I love the looks of you, the lure of you. I'd love to make a tour of you.
Gene Kelly and Sid Charisse capture the breathtaking beauty of 18th century Scotland in Lerner and Lowe's Brigadoon.
200 years ago, the Highlands of Scotland were plagued with witches. They were indeed horrible, destructive women. I don't suppose you have such women in your country. Witches?
Oh, we have them. We pronounce it differently.
Go home with Bonnie Jean. Go home, go home.
I'll go home with Bonnie
Jane Powell and Howard Keel are the singing stars in the exuberant Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
There's 7 of us men, me and my 6 brothers. Place is like a pigsty, and the food tastes worse. So I made up my mind. Next time I come into town to trade, I'm going to bring me back a wife.
Debbie Reynolds in her Oscar-nominated performance as the unsinkable Molly Brown.
Find yourself a good man. A good Irish Catholic.
Well, if he's gonna crawl in next to me, he's gonna have to be the richest Irish Catholic next to the Pope.
Belly up to the bar, boys. Better loosen your belts. Only drink when you're all alone or with somebody else.
Robert Morse stars as the ambitious young window washer who climbs the ladder of success by the book in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
You know, in a business relationship...
You're cute.
Excuse me a moment.
Choosing a secretary can be fraught with peril. Take a good look at the young lady who has been assigned to you.
A secretary is not a thing wound by keys, pulled by string. Her pants is to write in and not spend the night in.
One of the most successful screen musicals of all time, Fiddler on the Roof.
A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? If I were a rich man, all day long I pity bum. If I were a wealthy man, when shall we make the wedding?
Thank you, Papa. Oh, Reb Tevye.
Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro fall in love during the big band era in Martin Scorsese's New York, New York.
Will you marry me? Will you marry me? I love you. Will you marry me? You like that?
Yeah, I really like that.
It was a lot better that way.
Here.
Oh, good.
Julie Andrews, James Garner, and Robert Preston light up the screen in Blake Edwards' hilarious sex comedy, Victor Victoria.
Victoria, it will work.
Oh, Toddy, it will
If you
not.
listen to me and do exactly as I say, in 6 weeks you'll be the toast of Paris, and we will both be very rich.
Oh.
You're Count Grzinski, Polish aristocrat. And you speak very little English. Your family disowned you when they discovered you were gay.
When you play me the jazz hot, baby, you're holding my soul together. A woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman?
Ridiculous.
It's preposterous.
It's
a god.
Perhaps the world's most beloved motion picture. Judy Garland takes a magical trip over the rainbow in The Wizard of Oz.
Ruby slippers, what have you done with them? Give them back to me or I'll...
It's too late. There they are, and there they'll stay. I'll get you, my pretty. Why don't you come along with us? We're on our way to see the wizard now, to get him a heart.
And him a brain.
I'm sure he could give you some courage.
Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Take your army to the haunted forest and bring me that girl and her dog. How about a little fire, Scarecrow? Go through that water! You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting!
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
MGM UA offers a peerless collection of classic films that belong in every laser library. Humphrey Bogart is the cynical nightclub owner, and Ingrid Bergman is his former lover in the legendary Casablanca.
What is your nationality?
I'm a drunkard.
Rick is completely neutral about everything, and that takes in the field of women, too.
Leave him alone, Miss Elsa. You bad luck to him.
Play it once, Sam. For all time's sake.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris. Ilsa, I'm no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of 3 little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Here's looking at you, kid.
Bogey plays Detective Sam Spade with Mary Astor, Peter Lorre, and Sidney Greenstreet in The Maltese Falcon.
See, Mr. Spade, I'm trying to recover ornament that, shall we say, has been mislaid. Black figure of a bird. I am prepared to pay on behalf of the figure's rightful owner the sum of $5,000 for its recovery.
$5,000 is a lot of money.
No questions will be asked.
There you are.
Oh, after 17 years.
Bette Davis won her 4th Oscar nomination as the tragic heiress in the classic Dark Victory.
She's going to die.
I don't believe it. It isn't the extraordinary surgeon.
I've been trying to see you.
When I need a doctor, I'll send for one. I'm not in your care any longer.
You'll always be in my care.
I hate you for not telling me the truth. I hate you for letting me hurl myself at your head. I'm so ashamed.
Davis again stars opposite the suave Paul Henry as the tortured spinster who finds love in Now Voyager.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Lawrence.
How do you do?
Would you be so kind as to share your carriage with this gentleman?
Would you excuse me long enough to send a cable? I promised my wife.
Of course.
If I were free, there would be only one thing I want to do. Prove you're not immune to happiness. Why, darling, you are crying.
Oh, I'm such a fool. Such an old fool.
Norma Shearer, Joan Crawford, and Rosalind Russell make screen history in Claire Booth Luce's acclaimed comedy, The Women.
Yes, darling, I'll meet you on our corner in 5 minutes. Goodbye. Say, can you beat him? He almost stood me up for his wife. Because I know Stephen couldn't love a girl like you. Well, if he couldn't, he's an awfully good actor.
Oh, you can't trust any man. That's all they want.
What else have we got to give?
But how much did he settle on you?
I made Howard pay for what he wants. You made him pay for what he doesn't want.
Why, you filthy...
More words than you do.
No, you better get down. Come here. On that. Don't you dare strike me. I got glasses on.
No, you haven't.
Say, listen. I've worked too hard to land this meal ticket to make any false moves now.
I deserted him. Well, sure you did. You don't think he wants to be in the grip of that red-headed octopus, do you?
Crawford won an Academy Award for her portrayal of Mildred Pierce.
I didn't mean to bust in like this.
That's all right. This is, my husband, Mr. Berrigan, Monty Berrigan.
I've heard a lot of things about you, Mr. Berrigan. Nice things, I hope. You're making a mistake, Miller. This Berrigan is no good. He'll bleed you dry.
Suppose I'm in love with him.
Mildred.
Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint in Alfred Hitchcock's sweeping tale of intrigue and romance, North by Northwest.
And what the devil is all this about? Why was I brought here?
Cheers.
Do you know this man? Look!
Apparently, the poor sucker got mistaken for George Kaplan.
I'm going to get mistaken for George Kaplan when George Kaplan doesn't even exist.
Certain films transcend any other definition than epic. MGM UA's series of screen epics bring all the magnificence of cinema spectaculars into your home. Winner of 6 Academy Awards, David Lean's sweeping account of the Russian Revolution brings Omar Sharif and Julie Christie together in Dr. Zhivago.
Yuri, there's an extraordinary girl that was about him.
I know. I'm dancing with her.
Get her out. What happens to a girl like that when a man like you has finished with her?
Interested? I give it to you.
For the first time in over 24 years, you can see the original uncut version of James Michener's Hawaii.
I like you here. You stay
Lahaina. She teach me right.
Ali Nui, I'm not assigned to your island. My mission is in Honolulu.
Where you go, I not care. Here, stay here.
The most honored of all Hollywood super spectaculars. Awarded 11 Oscars, including Best Picture. The most expensive movie of its day, with a cast of over 50,000 extras. Charlton Heston stars in the legendary Ben-Hur.
There is rebellion in the wind. It will be crushed.
You may conquer the land. You may slaughter the people. But that is not the end. We will rise again. It was an accident.
Magic do you bear the name of a consul of Rome?
Condemned me to the galleys. When my ship was sunk, I saved the consul's life.
And finally, the most popular film of all time. David O. Selznick's definitive adaptation of Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind. Vivien Leigh is the tempestuous Scarlett O'Hara. Clark Gable is the dashing Rhett Butler. The Old South comes to its knees in this 4-hour masterpiece, which is largely considered the greatest motion picture ever made. MGM UA's new laser edition has been specially restored in honor of the 50th anniversary of this all-time classic.
Someday I want you to say to me the words I heard you say to Ashley Wills. I love you.
That's something you'll never hear from me, Captain Butler, as long as you live.
Say you're going to marry me. Say yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Are you sure you meant it? You don't want to take it back?
No.
Well, that's just a taste of what awaits you on Laserdisc from MGM UA. Hundreds of titles from our library of over 4,000 films are already available, with more being added all the time. MGM UA's discs bring all the greatness of Hollywood right into your own home. And that's Laser Entertainment.